Hi, this is Ed, and today we're talking about the new Small B. Small B is a 36 and 32 inch deck. It has a lot of commonality with the larger B that we came out with last year. And this fall, it's just coming out. There's limited availability right now, but as we get into spring, there should be enough for everyone. And I'm going to walk through how this machine is different from the larger B and some details that may help you understand if this is the right machine for you, or if the heavier duty standard intensity is the perfect machine for you. So first off, it's a floating deck control, which is previously if you wanted a 32 inch deck, you had to get a fixed deck standard. With this machine, you can get floating deck. From an operator control standpoint, we have the brake. You have to have the brake on, and it engages this little tab on the controls, so we can't drive off with the brakes on. Brake has to be on to start the engine. It's your key switch, PTO switch, choke, and throttle. We got our easy quad control. The quad control, there's two different ways to do this. Some have the stationary bar up here, one back here, and the moving lever in between. But with that set up, you always have to be kind of hunched forward or leaning forwards, operating off the front handle. This allows you to stand up straighter, allows you to grab and go a lot quicker and easier. On this side, we have the deck lift handle. So out of the box, you get 5 inches to 2 inches with this height select pin. This is one of those things that's completely idiot proof. You can't damage this. Very solid height selector technique. And you can flip the caster arm over, and you can tweak some things to get it a little bit lower than 2 inches. But again, out of the box, it's 5 to 2 inches. This machine's a little bit different than the Big B. The Big B, we have a plastic ammo box. This is a steel box. It's a little bit narrower. It has the logo cut into it, so you can't blow the label off with a pressure washer. And in here, there's a cup holder and a cubby to put things like gloves or things you pick up on the yard or whatever. The platform is a very soft riding platform. We've got the wheelie wheels, tie down hooks. The platform, you can see right inside there is our suspension. It's a nice progressive suspension that dampens the bumps. It's got 3 in it. Out of the box, you can take one out if you want it to be a little bit softer. Up in here, we have the platform switch, so you have to be standing on the platform in order to turn the blades on. We like to put the switch in the platform because it helps protect you from trying to drive someone driving the machine and walking behind it or backing up the machine while they're walking behind it. We'd rather just be up on the platform. You get better traction anyways. And we also don't like the safety to be in the handles where they're kind of flopping around. We want these to be solid. This is what you're holding on with. And so we've got the safety switch in the platform. One of the things that makes the standard intensity unique and also lower cost and intensity is that we have the ZT3100 transmissions in here. Gives you a 1-year commercial warranty, whereas pump and motor systems, you got 2-year unlimited hour warranty. So this is a ZT3100 transmission. And that's really what makes this machine a lot different. We've got a clear tank, so you can see the fuel level through these slots. Easy access to get in here. We have the heavy-duty sealed electrical system. So there's sealed connectors. There's actually 2 conductors that go through this, so there's some redundancy to help things last longer, less issues. 1 fuse, 1 diode, 1 relay. If we can keep it simple and out of the rain, it's less things to go wrong, a lot easier to diagnose. We want to keep you up and running as much as we can. Now you can see our edge right here. This is a 36. On the 36, you get a 20-inch tire by 8-inch wide. There's the marking there. And on the 32, I believe you get a 6.5-inch by 20 tire. So lots of traction for the weight and size of the machine. And good trim here. Just like the other side, we've got the logo cut in. The battery box has a bungee on it so that you can jump start it easily without any tools. You can take that lid off and get to it real easy. This machine, compared to the Big B, is a 7-gauge deck because one is it's a smaller deck, and instead of adding reinforcement and whatnot, it's easier just to make it 7-gauge. The Big B, being a bigger deck, it's 11-gauge deck with 11-gauge upper reinforcing the spindle mounts. And this machine also has a flat-free 11-inch tire, whereas the Big B has a pneumatic tire. The thing that we know in the 32 or 36-inch machine is that there are heavy-duty guys that want the machine to be always available, never having a flat tire, right? but they're also not putting a ton of hours on the machine. So if you're putting 100 to 200 hours a year on the mower, you're going to want things like that flat free tire. Now it may be the mower that's in the front of your trailer and you're only using it on certain jobs, and this would be ideal for you. But if you're doing daily production, you want the intensity. The belts are always flat with the engine. Pump and motor system lasts a lot longer, and you get the canister air cleaner. This machine, you get the FS 600, 18.5 horsepower with the cartridge type air cleaner inside there. You can see the guard, you can see the deck reinforcement. So we've got the 7 gauge plus that edge on there. We've got a bushing set up in here. Take a look at the belt drive for a second. See the clutch. A little higher up there is the pump belt. Inside here you can see the deck. It's got the aluminum spindle. You can see the little deflector right there. That helps if you're bagging or you're processing leaves, cutting tall growth. You probably may as well just take that part out. Depends on what you're doing that's in there. You got a very basic type adjuster here. So we've walked around the whole machine. It goes about 7 miles an hour, so pretty good productivity for the price that you get into it. I call this intermittent commercial, so it's intended for somebody who's a commercial operator, but you may not be using on every single lawn constantly, and this is a little bit more affordable than Intensity. Daily use, Intensity would be the machine for you. So there we have it. Be glad to answer any questions you may have. Feel free to reach out to us on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, and we'll be glad to answer any questions you may have. Hope you have a great one.